Okay. Okay.
Yeah, mine was 7.
Yours was 7. What was yours, Dan?
12.
12? Okay. So, first thing that we see is one of the... So here are the two... Here are the two Durregar who are sleeping. So one of these Driders gets up and starts to scurry kind of this way. And then it is your turn, down.
So have the ants burning through the back at all?
Okay. So let's do this. Let's do... They've been working at it a while, right? How many D4 do you have readily available?
Oh, that's a good fucking question. I think I got 4.
Okay, let's roll those 4 D4s.
I got 5.
Let's roll 5 D4.
Okay. Trees. They're the hardest ones to pick up. All right. So we got a 2, a 1, a 3. Of course, I get the darkest ones, and that fell on the floor. A 1 and a 3.
So that's a total of 8.
Okay.
Okay. Wait, you dropped one on the floor. Are we going to go get that one on the floor? Or?
I re-rolled it with another one.
Okay, well then I didn't count it. So what was that number?
The last one was 3.
Okay, sure. So right around this time, along with the hustle and bustle of these large insect-like creatures moving away, the bag rips open, and there in between these guys is you see now this little figure half stuck in a bag that has been ripped open. What would you like to do, Otter?
Oh, okay. So are you? I didn't know if you were talking about me or if you were talking about Haley's character.
Totally talking about you. The bag rips open, and it is your turn. You're still kind of in the bag, but it is now ripped open enough that you can probably do something.
Okay, as a bonus action, I'm gonna cast Zephyr Strike on myself, and I'm gonna fucking bolt the shit out of there. So I can move up to 55 feet, and I don't provoke an opportunity attack.
Okay. Well, you're gonna use half of your movement getting out of the bag.
Sure.
Which direction are you going to try to run? Like,
all right. So where am I? Point to where I'm at again?
You are right here next to this. Between these two bugs, you are right in between them.
I think the only way I can go is straight ahead, right?
Okay.
So wherever are those little mushrooms or something? I can't.
Yep,
really
those are
tell.
little mushrooms.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking boogie past the mushrooms and try to trek into the forest or something, whatever is around there.
Okay. So mushroom boogie, and you're gonna head probably this way here. So you see him running, like not directly at you, but really close to you. This guy is going to give a command and hop on top of that that Drider. And he's going to use the rest of his actions to calm the beast. This one... Oh, it's your turn.
I call out to Otter. Wait, you have your bow. I need you. And I use wild shape and I morph into a wolf.
Okay.
And I start running after him.
Okay. I have a wolf here somewhere.
Wolf gets 4.
See, you had to do this to me, didn't you? You're like, yeah.
Just had to go through all.
This wild shape. Like, let's let Larry look for the burlap sack. I'm not going to say anything, and then I'm going to wild shape the old wolf. Let's see if he's got it ready. Okay, let's see here.
Well, I didn't know.
Okay, I don't have a wolf. Oh, wait. You can choose. I got a pug here, or I have a battle hound, which looks more like a corgi. Yes.
For you, the corgi battle hound.
So you got corgi battle hound?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's all that I have in your... I'm going to save that for you for later.
The hustler Dalang, though.
Well, if you want to, like, head towards him, you can head all the way. You should be able to get all the way up to him. So, Otter, there is now Battle Hound almost right in front of you, to your left.
Okay. Does it look like it's aggressive? Is it going to attack me?
No, out of the corner of your eye, you would have heard, hey, you, I need you for something.
Hey, you, I have your stuff.
Have your stuff.
I need you.
I need you. And then that voice kind of turned into a dog and is headed in your direction. The Durregar, who had been getting yelled at, yells a command to the spider. Oh, sorry. This Drider now is going to head towards you, and it gets right up on top of you here, and it's going to take an attack on you, Otter.
Okay.
Yeah. They fail. Epically fail. The other Durregar is going to yell a command to force this guy to stop, and instructs that Steeder to come back to them as they kind of run over closer, not all the way up, but close enough. It is now... Actually, it's this Steeder's turn. He's going to come down and he's going to hop on. Okay, so they're both back on their Steeders. Okay. It is now your turn, Otter.
Okay. Well, I look at the wolf and I don't see a bow and arrow on it, so I'm like, all right, follow me. Let's keep trucking and try to get away from these things, and then we'll get my stuff back, I guess. I don't know.
So the wolf is probably big enough that you could potentially ride it.
Okay. All right. Well, here, take off, and I jump on it.
Okay. Give me a grapple check. Let's see if you can, or an animal handling, whichever one you want.
20. Natural 20.
Yeah, dude, you hop on like a boss. And I'm sure in the Feywild you've managed to catch a ride on a few miscellaneous creatures, so not really a problem.
Okay.
Okay. It is now his turn. They're gonna take climb up on you a little bit more like this, and take a whack at you in your wolf form.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay, so the steer's leg comes and swipes your feet, and not only does it cause you to lose your balance, but you find yourself stuck to his sticky legs. In the process, Otter, you're thrown from the mount. You are now grappled here. Stick you up underneath him like that. And
Damage.
no damage.
Oh.
Just kind of swooped you up and grabbed you with a sticky leg.
How dare you?
The other one is going to now kind of flank around this way and is going to do... Actually, you'd be prone. He's going to kind of just come around and try to, like, cut you off. You, Otter. Otter, your turn.
All right. Is Haley's character not getting any turns? It doesn't seem like she got...
Yeah, like get one last round.
Oh, did you not? Oh, sorry. How did I? Okay,
Yeah,
no,
that's what I was-
sorry. You go ahead. Go ahead. Thank you, Dad. You guys call me out if I'm. So yeah, you
So am
right
I
after
grappled?
you got sticky legged, it would have been your turn.
Okay. So I'll try to bite.
Okay. The spider bite or
No, the
the dog wolf bite. Right. It's like, which bite are we doing here? We got three different creatures in flight.
let's see. So that is an 11 only.
Does not hit. Okay.
And I'm grappled.
You are grappled. You could have tried to escape,
Yeah.
but you tried to bite instead.
Right, a vice.
Okay. Then it comes back around to Otter's turn.
All right, I'm going to have to do a cure wounds on myself at first level. Because I have 0, I'm doing nothing. So let's do this. That didn't want to work.
Streaming.
All right, so it's 7 plus 2, so 9 hit points back.
Okay.
So I'm at 13. And I guess I just try to collect myself because I don't have any weapons or anything. So I stand up and get in kind of I guess I could... Is there anything place to hide or anything around?
If you're so close that if you try to move, they'll get a attack of opportunity.
Okay.
But there's some rocks around if you wanted to try to get behind some rocks or try to put something in between you.
I guess, can I disengage then?
Yep.
Right, that's what I'll do.
Okay. Ending your turn.
Yep.
Now is once again Anansi.
Anansi.
I'm gonna have a hard time with that like forever.
That name kind of scares me. It sounds like a Nazi.
No, you did end your turn, but I gotten the order mixed up.
Okay.
So it is a Nazi's turn.
Anansi. Yes, I will
Yeah, and I said it sounds like Anasazi, like the Indian tribe.
Whoa.
Anansi.
Yes. I'll try to get out of grappling.
Okay. It is a...
Strength.
Nope.
Wolf has plus 15.
And you managed to do so.
That's much. Well, I'll move you later.
Yep. You're ungrappled, but you're kind of in its space.
Yeah.
You still have your movement.
And you're a wolf, right?
Yep.
I'm a wolf. Yeah, I want to... Either way, if they're going to get an attack of opportunity, right?
Yep.
I'm just going to go down the middle then.
Okay. You can probably... If you try to go this way, you'd only get one attack of opportunity.
I can get over it like here.
Okay. They are going to take their bite attack at you.
Oh, that hits.
That hits.
Yeah.
And need more dices. You know, for a guy with so many dices, why do I always not have the right dice out? Ooh, fortunate for you. 6.
Okay.
Plus 10 poison damage, which if you take yourself, you are immune to.
And then
So
can I... So if I take all the damage, I would get to not have the poison damage.
if you take as the owner of the host, you can just take the damage yourself instead of the host taking it.
Yeah.
So you take the
I take
the
the
poison
6.
damage. No, you take the poison damage.
Oh. Yeah. Let's...
And then you're immune to it.
Yeah. Yeah. So the host just takes the 6 and I take the 10 poison.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Wait, you're in wild shape.
Yeah.
I would say the magic of the wild shape overrides that. So it would all go to the wolf.
Okay. Okay.
How much health does the wolf have left?
11.
11? Jesus, they're strong. Okay. Okay.
Well, because it still has the... Oh, wait, no. Because we use the wolves first.
Yep.
Let's see.
And you don't... You're totally a wolf until the wolf is gone.
Oh, wolf is gone.
Okay. So,
Now I'm back to the...
there we go. So, with that bite to the back, the wolf poofs out and falling into, effectively, almost into your lap, is a adult drow.
He's like, what is happening?
Okay.
Like I was hanging out at the river today. What the hell is this crap?
Then both of... So this guy is now going to attack you, having just got out of their reach, and fails. This one is going to attack Otter, because they're closer. And that is a 17 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. And that is 4 piercing damage, plus 3 poison damage. Super lucky low rolls for Otter.
Okay.
And then you would be poisoned.
Great.
Otter, your turn.
All right. Well, since all that broke my concentration on the Zephyr strike, they can't attack. I don't have any weapons.
I'm gonna say since Anasazi doesn't have a normal place where they would be carrying the weapon, right? Like they're not a bow wielder. You can see the bow like laced over their head, as well as like the arrows probably like slung over the shoulder as well.
Yeah.
So that would be my full action would be to retrieve the bow and arrow, correct?
I would say your full action, you would be able to like retrieve the bow and an arrow. And if you wanted to use your movement as well, like roll it all up, I'd say you could like pull an arrow out of the back and knock it, but you wouldn't be able to shoot.
Okay, so riddle me this. If I use my last spell slot, do another Zephyr Strike as a bonus action, I can grab the bow and arrow, move an extra 30 feet, but real quick, am I still grappled?
Nope, you're not grappled.
Okay. Grab that move, and then I wouldn't be able to fire, but at least I'd have my bow and arrow and I'd get the hell out of the way.
You'd have your bows and an arrow, a single arrow. Yeah.
All right, so that's what I'm going to do, is do Zephyr Strike, grab the bow and an arrow.
Okay.
That's my last spell slot.
Okay.
Use Zephyr Strike, so I move up to 55 feet, and just out into the forest or whatever.
Okay.
You know, I'd go at least 30-something feet. Is that, and hide behind the...
Yes, this one behind that little rock there. There you go.
There you go.
Okay.
And that'd leave my turn.
Okay.
Woof. Okay. So now I have left alone. And I will...
You could... So just...
Oh, this actually works out.
Just speaking, you could dash, and that would get you to about where you saw them disappear. Or you could do whatever else you want to do.
Well, I definitely need this guy to give him to the hag. So I need to follow this guy.
Okay.
So I dash.
Okay. Yeah, they're gonna follow you.
Wait.
They're gonna get like right up here on the edge of this rock. Ooh, what do you want to do, Otter?
Oh, okay.
You see immediately from the direction that you just came, this drow kind of stepping into your space, as well as shortly thereafter, these two large steeders following along.
AJ, I'm like, okay, I looks like you and I need to get the hell out of here.
Yes.
So do.
Need to make our way to the hags.
Yeah. Out of spell slots. So literally the only thing I can do is fire up the bow. Then I'm going to use my Zephyr Strike advantage attack. And I'm going to try to get... Okay, so... The Drider straight ahead of Haley.
Yep.
Straight ahead. Yep, that guy. Yep, I'm going to try to shoot that guy in the head.
The Drider or the Drow riding them?
Not a drow.
Sorry, the Durregar. Not a Drow.
So I want to try to hit the Drider because I want him to like kind of crumble or rear up and throw the Durregar.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
So correct.
Yeah, and it's a steeder, not a Drider. The Drider is the spider person.
Yeah. So what is it?
A steeder. Nice.
So actually, I crit at 28, but I got +2 also, so I hit with a 30.
Well, that will certainly
for 13 damage, and then I think you double that with the crit, right?
Yup.
So that's 26.
Okay.
And then if I can, I'm gonna turn around, grab the drow's hand, and start running whatever distance I have left away from there with the drow and foe.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep. So, you're going to be able to go half distance. That'd be another, I think, 25 feet.
Something like that.
Okay. And now you're literally just being dragged by this tiny little creature. Just because I'm curious, and I think it would be humorous. Let me get a strength check to see if you can drag this adult-sized drow behind your tiny little form.
I crit with the 23s.
I'm just flagging away.
Motivated. Yes, you see this little cloaked creature just drag you with superhuman strength off.
Can you see that on the screen?
Oh no, I believe you. I believe you.
Right.
Yeah, that works.
How, just out of curiosity, how would Anansi, can I say it right? Anansi. I'm going to say it wrong every single time. Anansi. How would she respond? Like, just quietly go along with it, or would there be like a scream?
I just yell, "Let's move!" And
and she would just
grab his hand and move. Start
she
running.
would quietly just go, like, just baffled. She can't speak because she just, like,
Okay, perfect.
she knows the laws of physics, and this is very odd.
Well, this cedar is going to kind of climb up on top of here and is going to jump and try to land on both of you. So that is their action. Then I'm going to say that is a attack with disadvantage. And does a 18 hits both of you, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So they're going to land on you and basically just make you prone. The intent was to knock you down. Meanwhile, the other one is just going to take a standing jump and jump like right to that spot.
What was the damage?
None. They kind of jumped and landed on top of you, knocking you down. So
Okay.
no damage, not grappled. Just they managed to land a hit, but not hurt you. It is your turn.
Okay, so
I also didn't have a turn last round then, because he dragged me. And then
round. So yeah, it's your turn. Sorry, your turn. Sorry, you got to keep me honest. Yeah, no, go ahead. It's your turn.
So I speak out in Arachnid, because I realize now these are Arachnids. And I say, Kindred, we are on a mission from the Great Mother Spider.
Roll a persuasion check.
I think it's +2. And then Chris at +20. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. You get in a couple of their eyes, you get them, like, you can sense their focus on you,
Mm-hmm.
and you see that they have understood you.
And then
Okay. So you can finish your turn.
and I try to get up.
Okay.
Am I prone or am I ground?
You're prone.
Okay,
So
I
you
get
can get up. Okay. Now we'll come back to Otter. Go ahead, Otter.
good question. I don't have any arrows. Whoa.
You do see the spiders kind of like reeling back a little bit. Like they're not lunging in.
Oh. Okay, so on that note, Give me 1 second. I got to read this part here. Okay, so what kind of spiders were you talking about?
These guys apparently were spiders.
Yeah, they're the steeders are huge spiders.
Okay.
So I talked to them. Or you hear just garble. I don't even know what spiders sound like, clacking.
Yeah.
You hear me clacking at them.
Somewhere between a clack and a chitter.
Okay, so looking somewhat defeated, Otter puts his hands up like, the don't shoot kind of,
Okay.
thing. Then reaches down really quick, lifts up his shirt, exposing his mouth. The mouth opens up and a swarm of flies comes out and he yells, "Feeding frenzy" to the fucking spiders.
Okay. Okay.
Did you get up from out of prone?
Otter. You still
Sorry, what?
prone, or are you going to use some of your movement to stand up?
Use some of my movement to stand up.
Okay. Okay. So there's now a cloud of flies. Okay.
And then, then I command him to go towards the spiders.
And is that the command the flies to go towards the spider? Okay. Anything else?
And that is my turn.
And now it is your turn, before I forget you.
Before all the spiders, or not all the spiders, before all the flies go away, have the draw open its mouth and...
Okay. He snagged one of those flies. Nice.
And then, I'm gonna try to grab his hand,
Okay.
and we're gonna run.
Okay. Give me a grapple check.
Enough.
No. Okay.
Fat.
So you go to grab the hand and you miss it. Are you going to still run?
I start running, say, "This way!" And I start running towards where I know Hag.
Okay. Okay.
Whee!
Here, I'm going to have you, for both of those Durregar, give me an animal handling check. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so...
I never... We have the flies.
You can't see it. You can't see it, but that's a nat 20 and a nat 19.
Yeah.
The steeders rear up like they were gonna run away.
Could have been for sneak.
Right? But the Durregar, they hold their own, and it takes their whole turn, but they manage to regain control over the steeders. You hear the cacophony of clattering and them trying to get them to calm down. Dan, it is your turn.
Right, and seeing this, I exit stage left and dash out of there
Okay.
towards Haley's character.
Okay. Are you gonna use your entirety of movement?
Yep.
You gonna
With
grab
that.
Haley? Are you gonna grab Anasazi or?
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm like, all right, let's try this again.
Okay.
We keep going back and forth.
A 15.
And I think 15 hits, right?
Not with bark skin.
But you would have. Is it with bark skin a concentration?
No, it lasts for an hour.
Okay. Unless you want to let them. Unless you want to, let them grab your hand.
Yeah.
Okay. So then that will be another pull about. Let's move this whole map over.
We need this on a treadmill.
Right, we were talking about putting this on a treadmill before, and I'm like, no, we're not going to need that. And what do we do first round? We need it. Great.
Okay, so we're probably here.
Yep. Let's scooch this over a little bit more this way, and let's put some more of this. Let's put some more treadmill shenanigans up there. Okay. It is your turn.
Yes. Entangle.
Okay. So we're going to cast Entangle in this area over here. And
We still have to keep.
say, here's the distance. Here's the Entangle.
Do we still have to keep grappling each other if we are already hand in hand at this point? Come on, now and just run.
No, you can let go and run on your own if you want.
Let's go.
Okay.
I have some action.
Okay. And the Entangle is a...
Difficult terrain.
These plants make it difficult. Okay, they need to do a strength saving throw. What is your spell save DC?
12.
12. Well, one of them succeeds, one of them fails. Oh, let me double check. Let's see. Yeah, one of them succeeds, one of them fails. Okay. The one that succeeds is just going to jump again and land right there.
He still gets that far because it's still difficult terrain. He's just not.
They have triple jump distance. Extraordinary leap.
Got them hops.
Yep.
Okay.
So his normal walking speed, even halved, he can still make it there without any problem. And once he jumps, he's like up out of it anyway. So he is going to... He's going to make a sticky leg attack on you, Otter. And that's a 20 to hit.
Oh, it hits.
And you can consider yourself grappled. This one is going to just walk out of there and then use the rest of their distance to get to about right there.
Was there any damage with the grapple?
No, it just the leg reaches out and like pats you like on the side, and you just find yourself being pulled up off the ground.
He should still be restrained because he failed.
You were right.
Give me 1 second.
Well, then he is going to try to get out. And he succeeds. Okay, so he's out. Ultimately fuck. And we are back around to you, Otter. You have one that is right on top of you. And you are grappled.
God. I'm like, I just lay there. I'm like, all right, what the fuck do you guys want? This shit's getting old. And I just lay there.
Okay. And your turn, madam.
Okay. Try to drag him.
You're gonna try to break him free from the sticky?
Yeah.
Okay.
My strength isn't good, but here we go.
Yeah, let's. She's gonna try to break you free. Are you gonna assist, or are you just gonna like stay there stuck to the leg?
Yeah. I want to get away. I'm just.
Okay. So you can do it with advantage.
Okay. Okay, and that's
You're gonna need that advantage.
18.
Okay, and you manage to pull them free.
There we go. Now we're both here.
And I'm going to say, as the DM, I'm just going to point out, you're carrying the arrows.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, as well as all of their other weapons that you probably don't ever normally use. That said, you have used your actions.
Yep.
This one is going to come up. Sorry, it's still this one's turn. Now, seeing that you're kind of a meddlesome influence, they're going to take a bite at you.
No.
And that is a 19 to hit.
Yeah.
And then I'll just ignore the poison damage because I know that you're going to take it. That is a 9 to you. Or 9, however you want to distribute it.
Yes.
This other one is going to come over. And he's going to take a bite at you too, having seen his buddy just do the same thing. And that is a 20 to hit.
Yep.
And only... Jesus. And only 4 damage, piercing. And then using your poison.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Now it is back to you. Now I'm gonna point out, Otter, you have seen these things bite into your companion. Like, you saw them bite into you and it hurt. And they are biting into this drow, and the drow is looking at him like, that doesn't hurt, right? Like, literally these 2 huge teeth have gone in like twice, dripping with poison, and you're pretty confident that had that been you, you would be more than dead.
Okay.
Just pointing it out. Pretty impressive stuff, actually. It is your turn, Otter. The drow with all of your weapons and your arrows is standing just kind of between you and these 2 steeders.
What do I want to do? All right, well, I guess I will take... Can I grab my mace from the drow?
Yeah. It would be probably hanging from their belt, so you could probably pull it out.
Yep. I try to take the mace and then swing at the spider.
Are you swinging at the one that looks hurt or the one that doesn't look like you've done anything to it yet?
Whatever's closer.
Okay, that's the one that hasn't taken any damage.
Okay, I'm going to try to swing at that.
Okay.
And I imagine 11 doesn't hit.
11 does not hit.
Good. And then I disengage.
Okay.
And try to run, I guess.
Okay.
If I can.
Cat.
Thunderwave.
Thunderwave. Okay.
So they need a saving throw.
Okay. That one saves, but this one does not.
Okay. So the one that doesn't save is pushed 10 feet, and it takes 2d8. For magic spells, does it have my, like, malicious aura, or only in physical attacks?
Read to me your malicious aura again.
Dangerous present. You add your dangerous nature to your damage. Is all he says. And level 1 to 4, it's a d4.
You can go ahead. Yeah.
So 4 plus... That is 8, so 12. And then... So 14 damage.
14 damage. Took a pretty good chunk out of him.
And then, on successful save, this one took half damage.
Okay. 7. And as that comes through, it just cracks him in half.
Cool.
And rising from the corpse of the spider, the steeder, is the Durregar who is riding it.
Oh, did they take any damage?
Actually, they would have, yeah. So let's see if they saved. Oh, they did not. Okay, awesome. Good job. Good job. Way to keep me honest. Let's see. Take point dice for them. Okay.
So then would this guy have been, like, flung off of him?
Oh, yeah, he would have.
Okay, yep, he would get flown back to here as well. Okay, and then I need to read the thing with the stuff for the things. Okay, so...
And it was 14 damage, right?
Yes.
Okay, when...
Okay. Perfect. Okay.
Yes.
And it is his turn. He is going to enlarge himself,
Okay.
and he is going to run at you and make a war pick attack. So that is a miss. And
He is now here.
okay, and I'm gonna put him here. Put him on this one, if you would, please.
Stick him on top of that. There you go.
Just to indicate that he's bigger. The other one is gonna come up and try to get over here, getting almost into range with you, Otter, but still about 10 feet away, and is also going to attack you again. And he's going to do a bite attack for a 19 to hit,
Yeah.
and that is 4 damage.
Hey.
Sorry, 5 damage.
Is that me or Haley?
That was Haley. Okay. Otter, your turn.
I don't know what's going on here. I'm trying to see what's happening. I see a couple rocks and I see a blue figure. And
So you were here.
Oh, okay.
Between you and Anansi, there is a Steeder. There is a enlarged Durregar on the opposite side of the Steeder, and both of them look like they are engaged with Anansi.
All right. Oh, what was the first one next to Anansi? The Strider?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to move over and try to hit that with my mate.
Okay.
21
Hits.
for 7 bludgeoning.
Okay. And they are looking pretty banged up.
And I'm just thinking, because if I grab her hand and try to run away, they're going to get some opportunity attacks, so I guess I'll just stay there and fight.
Okay. Anansi?
Whip, pit, and Thunderwave
Thunderwave? Okay.
again. So
Oh, Jesus, I'm breaking stuff.
Okay.
So, first I will roll for the Durregar. This guy saves, but this guy does not. And then I'm going to roll for Steeder, who also does not save.
So that's an 8, 9, 10.
Okay.
And then you guys, I guess, are pushed into a rock.
So as you Thunderwave these guys, they, like, you see the Durregar, his chest just crack open, and like the jaw becomes a little bit adjusted as he slumps back into the like gooey flesh as it is opening of the Steeder, and they are both killed instantly.
He
that enlarged guy there seems to still be holding his own, but he is pissed.
No, don't be. Just let us go.
And
The inspiration.
what?
I don't know if you guys use inspiration.
We do. You have some?
Do we start off with one, or do we have to get it and then give it away?
Haven't gotten it yet.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I'm like, good job.
This other one is he's going to look over his right shoulder, and there's a sense, like looking at the two gaping holes in Anansi that are still oozing with poison, as this drow looks back up at him now with renewed zeal. He is going to go invisible as you see him turn and hightail it away. And we are out of combat.
Woo!
We're in on.
For the time being.
Right.
And I turned to Otter. I say, "Hello, my compatriot. I have done you the great favor of helping you free yourself along with returning your items." I say, I hand him back most of his items. I said, "If you can return the favor of coming with me to Hag's Pool, I shall return your remaining chest with powder." But everything else I gave back.
And
Okay, so
and you would know Hag's Pool is the place where the trade was supposed to happen from your childhood.
okay. I'm like, well, this might be kind of interesting because I have some bad pasts there. Can I ask you what your dealings with Hag's Pool hags are?
They smelled your bow. And
Yeah.
and they asked to find the bow's owner.
Yep, they've been searching for me for about 13 years. I was supposed to be part of a bargaining tool that my parents did with the hags, and that didn't go down.
So so will you go, or are you not joining me to Hag's Pool?
I didn't say that. I'm just giving you the kind of heads up on what we're walking into. I appreciate it, and I'll accompany you, and I thank you for helping me out and whatnot. But yeah, I'll go with you. This should be
Well then, well met, my friend. We shall have, is it, one day's walk?
It's about half a day's walk at this point.
What time of day is it now? Because it's still in the evening.
You're in the Underdark. Day and night is kind of irrelevant. It's been a good
Shalk.
nearly 18 hours since you've slept.
I was gonna say I'd like to investigate the body.
Yeah, I was gonna do
And then take a long rest.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about this. How are we? So there are 3 bodies. There are 2 that are we see these large steeders, which are beasts of burden of a spidery nature, and then there is one the Durregar who seem to be in charge. And I will point out that when you got back your stuff, Otter, you got back your stuff, but you didn't get back your gold.
Sure.
Did I have that?
All right.
You did not find gold in the pouch.
I look at Anansi and I go, okay, let's investigate. Would you like the spiders or the Durregar?
I shall attend to my fallen brethren. Dave, I'll go over to
Okay.
this one.
So, for each spider, let me get a investigation check from you, and Otter from you. If you're looking at the rider, give me one for him.
So I got 13
Give me another one for the other guy.
22.
Nice.
and 8.
Okay, so on the first one, you find they have a lot of stuff. Like these look like they were merchant
Yeah.
spiders, or this is a merchant caravan. And just kind of looking through what you're finding, you're seeing there's scraps of wood that look like they came from the surface. There are a number of dried and fresh plants. Looks like maybe some for animals, some for people, some that not that you would like. You've seen people like take this plant and stick it inside like a wood thing and then stick it in their mouth and light it on fire.
Okay.
But like probably not all that interesting to you.
Yeah.
You find one you find a kind of a hand-drawn map of the above ground. But I'll get you that later. And you find some like correspondence and notes from and to various people. You find that on one of them. Otter, you find a pouch with let's see how much. 457 gold.
Okay.
As well as 1 ruby worth 100 gold. You find a non-magical javelin and a non-magical, I believe, pickaxe, as well as some other sorry, not a pickaxe, a war pick.
Okay.
See here if you come on, man.
Oh,
I couldn't tell what that landed on. And you find a flask in there that has some kind of brown liquid, unidentified.
sounds good.
Before she leaves this one, she opens the drow's mouth so her spider body is visible, and she sinks her fangs into the spider and takes out some of its like blood.
Okay.
It says, from mouth back to the demon web pits.
Okay.
It's like a last right.
And I'll give you 1 HP of bonus health, siphoning blood from your brethren. On this other one, you find you see a number of like ornate metal plates. They're not, I mean, they're not silver, but they look like embossed steel, maybe. There's about 4 or 5 of them there. various different sizes. They look like they could be part of a set of armor, but it seems to be missing some components. So I would say, if you wanted to give it a name, incomplete plate mail set. You find this one doesn't seem to have nearly as much stuff on it as the other one did. One whole side seems to be empty, but on the side that does have stuff, it has these plates, as well as a number of just like sacks of grain, right? Some dried beans, mostly foodstuffs.
Mm-hmm.
There is like there is a one pouch that you find. It has a number of like vials in it, and they have various different like liquids, but none of them are labeled. Like, it just all seems to be kind of haphazardly thrown together, and we'll just say 6 random vials of liquid.
Okay.
You know, some of them kind of appear magical, some of them don't appear magical, some of them, like, one of them could just be water. It's really hard to say what these things are, but they're kind of all over the place. Anything else we want to achieve?
He gets his last right.
Okay, you can give yourself 1 more HP.
I wonder if Otter saw any of that. We didn't notice. We just like nomming spiders.
Otter, would you notice the drow kissing the spider?
Are you guys kissing, or what's happening there?
Well, so when I went up to them, if I open the drow's mouth, my spider form can be there. And so I had my spider form inside of the mouth go and bite the spiders and draw out blood, but you wouldn't see that.
Yeah, so from your perspective, it'll look like she's going over and kissing him.
Like, cool, whatever. I'm not kink shaming. You do your thing.
Okay. I'm going to give you guys a boon here, let's say.
A victory.
And give you the opportunity. Give me both a, let's say, a history, perception, or investigation check, whichever one you feel like would be best. Let me hear what you got. And I'm gonna have, what'd you say, Ned?
History, investigation, what?
Or perception, and I'm gonna ask you to do it with disadvantage because I'm forcing this one on you.
All right, I'll do investigation at disadvantage.
Yeah, so
Oh, I got a 7.
15 for perception at disadvantage.
Okay. So I'm just gonna point out that steeder looked like it was half loaded. You remember one of the 3 parcels that was there was on the road. One of them is now standing next to you.
Yes.
And that's all I'm going to say. So, what are we doing now?
I'm loading up my character sheet here, just making sure I got all this down here.
Okay.
We definitely need a long rest, that's for sure, before we even try to go to the hags. You should probably eat and then take a rest and head on to the hags pool.
Now, are you going to eat around these corpses, or are you going to, like, head somewhere?
No, we'll probably take off. I think that'd be the best bet. I asked Anansi what she wants to do.
Yes, we can start making our way forward to camp somewhere else.
Okay. So, for brevity's sake, let's say that you head back towards Hagpool. You travel for 45 minutes to an hour. Are we going to try to conceal our path, or are we just going to go? Like, are we doing this stealthily, or are we just tromping through the Underdark?
I'm trying to do it stealthily.
Okay. Let's have you...
I mean, it doesn't matter if I do it stealth. I could try to do it stealthily.
Oh, give it a try. Let's see if you guys got...
I see he's being stealth. He's like, okay.
You can't. You have a minus something to your stealth? Is that why you're saying that? Just the bad luck.
Bad luck. Yeah, so I got a 4 for... Or I got an 8 for stealth.
Okay. And
I
Otter?
got a 24.
Okay, 24.
So you're stealthy. I'm
Yeah, there's a couple of times when, like, even with their dark vision and everything, Otter, you're there and you're catching them. Like, they just don't really seem to know what they're doing in the wild. Like, it's kind of just sad, right? Like,
I'm like,
Limbs are kind of flailing.
drow?
Nah. Say that again?
I'm like, are you sure you're a drow?
for now.
The Underdark, this should be your thing.
His leg,
What do you mean for now?
his limbs are too gangly.
Gangly limbs, what's going on?
I mean, since I don't think I'm weird, I pop out. I have the drow's mouth opened, and I will wait.
So, up here, put the little guy on your hand so he can see. So, can you see that in the?
Yep.
So, on the tongue of the drow, you see this itty bitty spider come out and wave at you.
I'm like, oh, well, hello there, little friend. Are you the one who's commanding this drow, or what's happening?
Yes. That is why it is so different. His legs are so long and so up high. Everything looks weird.
Oh, I imagine.
You just see like the legs are like, this is how they're moving as he walks along.
As he's clomped along.
And at that point, Otter's like, and I want you to meet my sister, Clarice. And he lifts up his shirt and exposes this giant mouth where his stomach is.
And
And it kind of opens up.
I also look around at with that one. I guess like this drow's just gonna walk around with like a distended mouth. Just open.
Just like the Jaegers when like the front is open and they're like having a conversation, like not in their armor, right?
I'm like, so let's walk a little further and then make camp for the night.
Yeah.
Okay. So clomping along. Now, it is kind of the, let's say, the slower traffic point in the day cycle. So there isn't a lot of traffic on the road. But every once in a while you can hear like the carts of something passing. But you manage to find let's do a investigation or a nature check. Who's going to look for the campsite?
I will.
Okay.
Because I'm more the ranger.
Yeah.
Take it. I mean, you are, tentatively a druid.
I don't really get their stats.
Yeah.
So I only get an 11 on investigation.
Okay. Well, it's not that. I mean, you're just looking for a place to lay low. So you managed to find.
Yeah, I think that's actually one of my abilities as a ranger is I can find camping places and dairies and shit like that. So
Yeah. And you managed to find a nice little place. The moss there is it has grown long enough that it is not overly damp, but a little bit dried out and kind of comfy, right? I personally love sleeping on moss when it's a little bit dry and not overly wet. But so you find a pretty comfy spot to curl up in, and go ahead and take your long rest. So, let's say you manage to make it eventually to Hagpole the next day.
Okay.
And I'm gonna, since we're kind of getting close to time, I'm gonna kind of close the session-ish. So, for bringing Otter to the hag, you are given, you're given a piece of cloth and permission to pass. Otter, you find yourself in a kind of precarious maybe situation. The hag still wants you as compensation.
Whoa.
But isn't clear about what that means.
Okay, because I don't know what the original contract was between my biological parents and the hags, and if those hags are even alive still, because that was 13 years ago.
The clothing pile that is where this hag claims to be insists that you are their property, and that by climbing into the clothing pile, you will fulfill your part of the contract.
The clothing pile.
Yes, inside this hag's hut, there is just a pile of clothing. And when the hag talks, it sounds like they are coming from underneath that pile of clothes. Like, you know, they'll ripple open, like, and you won't see eyes necessarily, but you'll hear a voice coming out of like a gap.
It's reminding me of Labyrinth.
Yeah, totally. All right. So can I do like an insight or anything just to see their intentions? I mean, that's
you can roll an insight with advantage, because your parents, your unseelie parents, would have told you to be mindful, and you would have heard plenty of stories about hags.
Oh, definitely. I got a 16.
That was with advantage.
Yeah. 15 without.
Okay, and you know that for those that were promised to hags, for one reason or another, it either ends with that individual being killed, consumed, or something else usually not pleasant for that individual.
Correct.
Or the hag will kind of roll and pay it forward, where upon like completion, they will task you with something and say that this is the next part of your completion, right? So that it's kind of a in perpetuity servitude. So for your perspective, those are the two options: is either get eaten or perpetual servitude.
I go, well,
And now I'm going to say, while you're contemplating that, I want to know what you're doing. You're in the hags. They've given you this token and said that you can pass. Would you stay to find out, or would you just leave?
I would leave.
Okay. So you find yourself with your traveling companion, your short-term traveling companion has just left the building, or is stepping through the door. what are you doing?
I want to question the hags on the contract negotiations and what it all involved, and who my parents were and all that kind of stuff. I end up becoming like the kid who doesn't shut up. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And so I'm just rapid firing questions at them. So who's my parents? Why did they do this? Who are you? What's the contract? You know what I mean?
Yep. And so we will close the session with you getting information, attempting to get information from this hag, and you taking a swim in the pool headed towards the surface.
Yay!
And this is how you guys met.